Hi, I'm Lily Hamden from Midas Property Group. I'm here today with Abdus from Comwood Group to discuss what Comwood Group does and the fund that they have launched for empty homes. So, Abdus, tell us a bit more about the fund that you've launched and how is it going to help social housing?
Yeah, sure. The fund is an initial fund of £2.5 million. It's funded by social banks. So the social banks generally are, instead of high street banks, they will take more risk, and they're specifically geared towards developing or funding developers to produce social housing. In our case, they're funding this purely to bring empty properties back into use to produce more social housing. Now, this is only £2.5 million. It's a tester fund. We have access to a far larger fund, but what we want to do is demonstrate to local authorities and private owners that there are access to money, and they're not on the terms that you'd go for high street banks. These are more favorable terms. They're specifically trying to enable more housing to come into the market.
Okay, brilliant. So how do people get access to the fund? What are the procedures or the terms and conditions?
Initially, we want to work through local authorities because obviously a lot of owners of empty property are very cautious on who they go to get finance. So we'd rather work with the local authority. So if an empty property owner is in a particular borough, let's say Havering, they would go via the Havering Council. The Havering Council would then introduce them to someone like ourselves as a potential option, and we would work with the council and the client to bring the property back into use.
Okay, so the council will have the relationship with you or partner with you, and then they will introduce the empty homes.
In an ideal world. Owners are open to go to our website and contact us directly, which a lot of them have. It's a unique thing because with an empty property you can produce so much more. We've just completed a project in Kingston where it was an empty property for 15 years, but through that we're now producing not only that property, but at the back of the garden was a plot large enough for us to now produce another 4 flats working in relation with the local council. And we want to mirror that everywhere because there's a huge opportunities where empty properties can play a pivotal role in producing more social housing.
And where can people find you? What's your website?
On our website, which is comwood.co.uk. Obviously, they can just approach us from today's events. But the website is very, very thorough. It has most of the details they need, including the brochure for the £2.5 million. But what I would suggest is that they get in contact with us, and we'll sit down with them, hold their hands, and talk them through the process.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time, Abdus. And you are definitely providing a solution for a need that landlords have. So thank you so much for what you're doing.
Take care.